In this video, we fight it out between analog hardware and digital plugins. The Warm Audio WA73 is a modern reproduction of a classic 73 style preamp, and the Universal Audio Neve 1073 Unison technology plugin is a digital reproduction of the household name preamp we're all familiar with, but which one sounds best? Hi, I'm Ed from edthorn.com, here to help you make the most out of your home studio. In a time when digital plugins are remarkably good representations of analog hardware, do we need to be spending piles of cash on expensive outboard gear when the digital versions are much more affordable? Well, this begs a good question. From what I'm led to believe by people much more in the know than myself, the Universal Audio Unison technology plugins are extremely accurate reproductions of the original hardware units that they are emulating. By all accounts, the sounds produced are almost identical, and even how the units respond to changes in gain are reportedly very similar. If this really is the case, then surely we don't need analog hardware. There is, however, unsurprisingly in stark contrast, a school of people who simply believe that a digital algorithm cannot accurately represent the subtle nuances of a signal going through an electronic circuit composed of transistors, capacitors, and transformers. Now, in theory, I would hazard a guess that this is actually true. But hey, it's 2020, so why would we want to agree on anything? However, as good citizens of the world, let's find out for ourselves. There are audio examples later on in the video to A/B compare these two technologies in action. So what is Unison technology? Universal Audio have integrated hardware and software to physically reconfigure the impedance and gain staging in the preamps of their well-known Apollo series audio interfaces to replicate the sounds of the world's most famous preamps, channel strips, and guitar amplifiers. This is a major selling point of the Apollo audio interfaces, and today we're going to put this feature through its paces against a real analog preamp from Warm Audio, compare how they sound and which one sounds better. Now obviously a more direct comparison would be to compare the plugin against a real Neve 73 preamp. However, they're quite expensive, and Warm Audio have kindly supplied me with their WA73 at a much more affordable price. For this test, I've used the JZ Microphones V67 cardioid condenser microphone. For a full review of this gorgeous microphone, click the link here or below in the description. To set this test up as fairly as possible, I've made sure that neither phase switch is engaged and the gain is set to the same on both devices, in this case 35 decibels. I aim for a peak input of -10 decibels in Logic on both devices, and although I went a little bit past this, if you pay attention to the channel input, you will see that the difference, which I would consider a performance differential, is no more than a decibel. And if I align the audio one over the other, you can see that the average is virtually identical. And we won't find hope until we all let go, 'cause we the people will come and go, and we won't find hope until we all let go, 'cause we the people will come and go. Just through the preamps, these both sound very similar. Now the default impedance on both of these units is 300 ohms, and both units have the option to increase that impedance to 1200 ohms. On the WA73, this is listed as a tone button, and on the Neve 1073 Unison plugin, this is a high Z switch. And we won't find hope until we all let go, 'cause we the people will come and go. And we won't find hope until we all let go, 'cause we the people will come and go. The 1200 ohm circuit seems to boost some low mids on the Warm Audio and thicken out the sound, but on the Neve it seems to reduce the same low mid range and thin out the sound slightly. So far I prefer the sound of both units with the 300 ohm circuitry. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Let's have a listen now with the onboard EQ imposed on the signal. And we won't find hope until we all let go, 'cause we the people will come and go. And we won't find hope until we all let go, 'cause we the people will come and go. The Neve adds noticeably more EQ at 220 Hz, despite it being exactly the same settings, so I prefer the Warm Audio in this frequency range. Both units are introducing a little bit of fizz to the peak transients at about 12K, and I find it interesting to hear how the Warm Audio and the plugin both replicate this characteristic. In general, I would say the Neve sounds full and open. It also sounds like it's slightly compressing the peak transients, but this serves to nicely smoothen out the signal. I feel the Warm Audio offers a more accurate representation of how I actually sound and my performance as a whole, and has a deeper, more focused sound that I don't get from the plugin. And finally, let's have a listen to these examples with the EQ imposed, with compression and a little bit of reverb and some backing music to hear them in the context of a mix.
And we won't find hope until we all let go, 'cause we the people will come and go. And we won't find hope until we all let go, 'cause we the people will come and go.
In my next video, I'll be comparing the Warm Audio WA2A compressor with the Universal Audio LA2A compressor plugin. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get notified when that video comes out. So is the £800, $800 hardware unit worth the extra expense over a £229 plugin? Both of them sound great to me, but there are differences in the sound. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you haven't already, please follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes studio stories, drumming, music, and other studio related content. It'd be great to hear from you guys over there as well. YouTube is going to suggest another couple of videos for you to watch here. If you found value in this content, please hit the like button. It really helps YouTube recognize the video and the channel, which helps me grow, which I massively appreciate. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Please also leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of the WA73 preamp versus the Neve. Which one would you get? Bear in mind you do also need an Apollo interface to run the Neve. However, it's a great interface and I can't recommend that enough as well. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Be kind to one another and I'll see you on the next one.